Okay, how many times have you uttered the words to yourself, I don't have enough time to do this, or I don't have enough time to do that? Personally, I feel like I still say this every day, and it's definitely a work in progress. I would watch people look so busy and get so much stuff done, and yet me, it was just not happening for me. My time wasn't being effective enough, and I really had a hard time managing my day. I knew that I needed to change, and this year was the big catalyst for me when I really wanted to pursue my blog full-time and my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to share with you guys a really hopefully fun and productive video for you guys, sharing my 5 tips on how to be organized and plan your day. All right, so tip number 1 is find a means of writing down your ideas and your thoughts. I personally love paper. I'm really old school like that. I'm trying to get into digital and innovative ways to plan my day better. But for right now, paper, it just works for me. I use it to not only jot down my ideas, but also how I'm going to execute them. So everybody has a different system on how to write down their to-dos. I like to break it up into categories. So I would start off with a whole week to do, things that I need to get done for the week, and then I separate them into high priorities and low priorities. That kind of helps me differentiate on what needs to get done right away, such as a deadline on a campaign or a project, than opposed to an email that has to get out or a blog post that I'm working on. So once I differentiate that, then every day I create a to-do list of the top 3 things that need to get done in that day. So that way I make sure that I block out time in my day so that those things can get executed and I can cross them off my list. And I always make sure that at night or in the evening or before I go to bed, I just take a little bit of time and just write down the things that need to get done the next morning. So of course there's going to be things that you're not going to get to. So in order for you not to forget, make sure that in your notebook or your planner that you write down what needs to get done the next day. So to me, it kind of also motivates me to get me excited to know that this is what I'm going to get done tomorrow and this is what I'm going to work on. If you like monthly desk calendars, you could totally print them out online. You don't have to go and buy one in the store. If you like to, that's okay as well. But you can actually just go right onto your Google Calendar and just unclick everything that you have on there. So it's a completely blank sheet for the month, and then print it out, and then you have it right there. You could either use a clipboard if you like to see it visually standing up on your desk that way, or you could just lay it down flat and you can fill in all your appointments, birthdays, anything that you want to make sure for the month that you don't forget. And then you have it there right in front of you. I personally love notebooks, so I'm always fishing for a new style notebook. This one I got from Marshall's, and I think it was $5.99. I just love the hardcover of it. And yeah, I'm just a big sucker for notebooks. So tip number 2 is to start every day fresh and with positive affirmation. I like to just make my bed in the morning, open up the blinds, let the natural light come into the room, make myself a cup of hot water with some tea, whatever you like. Obviously I'm pregnant right now, so coffee is not an everyday thing, but I've been really liking tea or hot lemon water. And just have that time for yourself to just start your day off right. Make sure that you're just feeding your brain first thing in the morning with positive thoughts. I really suggest not going straight into email, not going straight into social media. Just start your day off with things that are going to really set your mind in the right path. So either whether it's a devotional or the Bible, or if you just like listening to audiobooks that are inspirational and encouraging, I suggest installing those routines and habits in your morning first, and then it just really clears your mind and just really gets you ready to start the day. All right, so tip number 3 is to utilize the thing that you have with you every day. Our phone. There are so many productive ways that you can use your phone to make sure that you're organized and that you're planning your day productively. So I really like the Notes app. I mean, it's free, it's on your phone, and anytime that I have a spontaneous idea or an errand list, I make sure that I put it on my phone, because obviously a big giant notebook is not really going to be ideal to take with you to the store with you every day. But your phone is. So I go into my Notes app, I have a brain dump category on there, which basically means things that just come to me spontaneously while I'm out and about, and it's something related to my blog or YouTube or content ideas. I quickly just put it in my notes so it's there and it won't just like disappear into thin air. Or errands, and it's great because the notes create little bubble checklists, so as soon as you finish one of them, you just feel completely accomplished, because you could just check mark it, and then it just shows you that you did your job that day, so you can pat yourself on the back. So on top of just your Notes app, there are tons of organizational apps out there that you can download on your phone. If you just go into the App Store and you put in organizational apps, so many pop up. One that I really like is AnyList. I like that app because it's great when it comes to grocery shopping. I could just put in the things that I need for the grocery store, and as I'm putting them in my car, I can just delete it and check it off my list. I don't know why. It's quick, it's easy, it's on the go. It's easier than just writing it down on paper, and I don't have to, you know, carry around a piece of paper with me at the grocery store. So I really like AnyList. I've had it for about 6 months now, and I really find it very productive. For work, I just downloaded this and I am obsessed. It's called Trello. It is so cool, you guys. It is a great app for content creators. You can put it on your MacBook or your desktop or your laptop, whatever you have, and you can literally create categories of your content and projects that you're working on. I'll give you an example. So for me, I created a YouTube category. So I have 3 categories. So it's films to videos to edit, videos to film, and videos finished. So with those 3, I can create cards within each one, and then within those cards I can create more specific details. So I can put notes in there, I can put due dates, I can put attachments, I could put so many things. So for me, it's really helpful. I think it's a lot quicker for me to get down my ideas and execute my plans for video content and blog content, as opposed to writing them down in my notebook, where it can look a little sloppy and a little messy. So that's another really cool app to use for all my content creators out there. And it's free. Tip number 4 is one of my favorites. Declutter. Decluttering, and I mean purging your stuff, you guys. After I watched the Netflix show Marie Kondo, my life changed that same exact day. I decluttered our room, my drawers, the closet, my makeup collection, my desk behind me. Everything was decluttered, and I can't even express to you genuinely how refreshed I felt once everything was decluttered and purged. If you haven't watched that Netflix series, go ahead and watch it. If you prefer to read it or listen to an audiobook, she did also release, I think, 2 books, basically with the same concept, which is her style of decluttering, which is the KonMari method. My last and final tip goes right into the same category as decluttering, which is everything has a place or a home. So I've learned the hard way that things get lost when they don't have a home. Okay? Things don't have a home and they're lost. Now you're just wasting your time looking for it. And literally, you guys, I've learned through adulthood that's one of the worst ways to waste your time, is looking for something that you lost because you are not organized. So I suggest, to help you guys out, which has helped me out tremendously, is to keep things tidy and in certain places. most of the time we are all creatures of habit and we're all creatures of routine. So when you have your pens in the same jar with your pens are, when you keep your notebook in the same spot where your notebook is, when you have your desk drawer organized and everything's there, you waste no time looking for those things. And a tip to add to this one, don't have a miscellaneous pile. Basically, all of my miscellaneous piles through the years just equal junk. The junk pile, it's where you put everything that's just junk and you're hoarding things. We all have that drawer, you guys. Either it's a drawer in the kitchen, or it's a drawer in your desk, or it's your makeup drawer where it's just like miscellaneous stuff. So just don't do a miscellaneous pile. Trust me, it'll just save you the headache. All right, bonus tip. And it's probably one of my best ones. Don't procrastinate. This is one of my hardest ones. I do this all the time, and I always learn the hard way each time. The longer you wait to do something, the harder it is to get done. Don't push things off that need to get done. Just execute it and do it. And last but not least, you guys, try not to be hard on yourself. All you're trying to do is just create a routine where your life is simple and it's effective and you really feel like you're getting a lot of things done. I know life is hard. Many of you have kids, husbands, busy schedules with school, multiple jobs. But in order to get your goals and your tasks accomplished, you have to create some type of routine or structure. Everybody messes up. You're gonna have good and bad days where you're right on track, and then you're gonna have other days where you fall back to your bad habits. But the goal is to just keep pushing forward and just living your best self. If you guys have any tips or tricks on how you organize and plan your life, please share them down below for all the rest of us. I know we will all greatly appreciate it, because I certainly will appreciate it. Also guys, if you guys enjoy this type of video, please do me the favor and give it a thumbs up. I will greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and it also lets me know that you like these style videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah! And I will see you guys in my next video. Adios!